All right, good morning, crocheters. Everyone is doing well today. Today is February 29th. Happy Leap Day to everyone. I'm going to do a little bit of, I guess, chit-chat here while we wait to get some people, more people on to chat with us. So the thing I'm going to chat about really quick, which is kind of totally random, and this is not a paid plug, but if you guys if you're signed up for Joanne's text messages, today only they have a $5 off any purchase. And so I'm going to go get one thing of burlap blanket yarn because it's already on sale and you can combine it. So that is my random chit chat for everyone. All right. Good morning, Emily. Looks like we've got a few more people so we can actually get started here on our normal vlog. If you guys are watching, hop in, say hello, and if you're working on anything, tell me what you're working on. Good morning, Heather. So this week for me, last week I did a regular vlog, not a live vlog, and I showed you guys the chubby donkey, which I am very happy with. And I was seeing in your comments, because one of the thoughts I'd kind of thrown out there was like, after I finished the chubby donkey, I thought, oh, I should make a horse and a unicorn and a Pegasus, and that'd be so fun. But I've got other projects as well. And I saw a couple people say like, oh, I'd be interested in that. So I thought, what the heck, I'll see if I can really quick whip up a horse, unicorn, Pegasus pattern. And you guys, I lost it, Yarn Chicken. It was really sad. This look, I got the entire head, ears, body, and then for these last 2 feet, I ran out of yarn. It was really, really sad. And plus, I've got other things to say about it. But you guys are chiming in and saying good morning, so I'm going to say good morning as well. Hot. Thank you, Kelly. Good morning. Hello, Sylvia. Good morning, Cynthia. Oh, sorry, Sylvie, not Sylvia. Good morning, Barbie. Thank you, Sean Bean. Let's see. Oh yes, good morning, everyone. Kelly is asking, what yarn do you use? I use burlap blanket yarn. And so for this guy, I had this color, which is sand, and it was given to me by Bethany. She mailed it to me, which was awesome. And I've used it in a couple of projects, like the Highland cow ornament and one of my versions of the deer. This is not the official version, but I used it in this one. Yeah, this is not the official version for a lot of reasons, and it's because it's not as good as the official version right there. But yeah, so I just barely ran out, and so I finished it up with almond, which is just not nearly as saturated. So that was kind of disappointing. But once I finished it, I was like, yeah, I think these proportions work for the donkey. Like I made the neck a little bit smaller on the horse. But I think the feet the legs need to be longer. So I'm going to try and figure it out, because what I'm not sure about, let me pull up another project. We'll talk about the chubby cow because it's right here. It's like on the chubby cow, it just has triple bobbles for feet. It doesn't have like the extensions like the donkey does or like the llama does. And so it's, just low to the ground, cute, fat, chubby. But this horse, even with the extensions, on the right side looking normal, I just don't think it's long enough. So I'm trying to decide if I keep the bobbles, the triple bobbles, and just make longer extensions, not that long, probably just one more row, or if I completely remove the bobbles and have the legs that are sewn on later. So that's kind of my thought process at the moment. Just trying to figure it out. That is the that is the, I guess, challenge. But that's also the fun part of designing. It's the, oh, I thought this would work and it didn't. Dang it. But it's also fun. So yeah, so that's kind of where this is. So my goal for, just whipping it up and putting the pattern together super quick is not going to be achieved. But I'm going to see if I can get it done maybe by the end of next week to have another go at it. But I think this would be, I don't think I would get the unicorn and Pegasus pattern out of this one as well. Because I think I want to do their hair differently. So those are my thoughts. All right, going to the chat. Let's see. I believe I answered Kelly and she said, what yarn do you use? It's Bernat blanket yarn. Good morning, everyone. So yes, the Bernat blanket yarn. The weight is 6. So they have yeah. If you look at like Bernat blankets, big ball yarn, that's going to be what you want. It should be the weight 6. You don't want the weight 4 or the weight 7. Those are what you're looking for. Lisa asks, do you do a tutorial on YouTube? I'm new and I love what you do. Thank you, Lisa. Or Lise, Lise. That's a cute name, Lise. And I could be saying it totally wrong. I'm sorry. But yes, I have a couple of, I mean, I think I have 5 by now, so it's more than a couple of tutorials for different projects. I don't have a tutorial for every single one, but I do for quite a few. And you can also check them out on my website as well under the free crochet along free pattern /cal. Thank you. Good morning, Unicorn Cup. Let's see. Oh, Kelly's saying, yeah, maybe 1 or 2 rows to extend the legs. I agree. Yeah. Yep, they're all short. They're all short and fat, and I like them. This is right here. This is kind of my chubby series. You can see like the sheep has its little short, stubby legs, which I love, and the bunny has even shorter, stubbier legs because this was before I came up with triple bobbles, so it just has normal bobbles for feet. But the goat has triple bobbles, and then the llama over here has the extensions. They're in a different color, but that helps it kind of peek out from behind those loop stitches. And just because I've talked about all of them, but this one, the chubby otter has normal bobbles and then triple bobbles down here at the bottom. So yeah, it is part of the series look. So I'm trying to decide because I don't want to deviate, hugely from the series look, but at the same time, I want it to look good. And I think the short stubby legs really work on a lot of them, and I'm not sure if they're gonna quite work on the horse. But I mean, if you look at the donkey, I think they look great on the donkey. And it might just be that I've given the horse like a different colored hoof that makes it look shorter. So maybe I'll mess around with that, just keeping it the same color. Maybe I'll extend it. Either way, I'm going to have to do a different colorway or get some more yarn because I am out. So that is where we are on that. Let's see. Good morning, Dinah. Dinah's homespun fun. That sounds great. I like it. And good morning. I love loopy crochet and treasures. Let's see. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Just scrolling through the chat here. Mostly everyone's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. That is wonderful. Thank you so much for saying I have cute work. Dinah did say, I have to tell you, you look just like Jennifer Gardner. Thank you. I think she's a lovely, lovely person. And she's got a great personality. So, you know, good things to aspire to, right? So, I'm sorry. I keep clearing my throat. I'm going to take a little drink. So other things I've been working on this week. It's been a little bit of a busy week, which is good. I've made some good progress. So of course, when I make a new pattern, I spend a lot of the next week writing up the pattern. So that was this guy. I'm actually going to send him out to testers today, which is pretty exciting. But that took a decent amount of time. And then also, tomorrow is March 1st, and so that is when the Chubby Cow and the Fox Lovey patterns are coming out. So that was another thing I spent a decent amount of time on this week, was editing these patterns and getting them ready to publish. So these ones are going to be coming out soon. And if you're a Patreon member, they're both going to be uploaded there. So you'll get both of them for the $5 subscription for the month of March, which I think is exciting. And they go up there and you're able to download them during the entire month. And yeah, and then they're just in your library. Make sure you save your downloads on your computer. And speaking of that, as this is the very last day of February, if you are Patreon supporters, make sure to download the baby fox pattern. I'll have to take it down this evening so that the other two can go up tomorrow morning. So make sure to download this, save it. If you're not a Patreon member, you can sign up, or you can just go to the website and buy these as well. So, gosh, I think this one is really cute. It makes me very happy. All right, catching up here on the comments. Good morning, Teresa. And thank you for liking my hair. For the first time in like forever, I decided to do something with it yesterday. I did like pin curls because I was like, you know what? It'll be fun. I loved doing pin curls when I was little. And, you know, then I slept on it and I took it out this morning and it was like frizz ball. Okay, not actually up here. It was like, so, you know, like nice triangle head. And so hence, it's just in a ponytail. And I tried to do something cute with that because that was the one curl that turned out well. So thank you very much. Let's see. More good mornings. I love that. Oh, thank you for loving the cow. Barbara says, yeah, 2 for $5. Exactly. Exactly. That's why Patreon is a wonderful thing, because I'm able to give more patterns to the people who like support me. Which, I mean, I wouldn't have a business without you guys. So thank you all so very much for being here, for caring, for all of that. You guys are great. Let's see. You guys are so supportive and sweet. I love that you're having like chats in here and just being so loving to each other. So thank you. Thank you for being awesome. Good morning, Dakota. Teresa says, I have that problem with my hair also. That's why mine is in a bow most of the time. Yeah, I mostly just leave mine down and don't worry about it too much. But, you know, every once in a while, I'm like, it will be fun. And I don't regret it because, you know, it kind of works. But, yeah, it's whatever. Probably I practice more, it'd be better. Dinah says, you are so talented. I don't have the patience to make stuffies. I do understand that. Everyone has patience for their own sorts of things. I don't have patience to make blankets. or honestly anything that's square. I'm really, that's just how I work. Heather says the fox won't be available after tonight. The fox won't be available on Patreon after tonight. Because Patreon, it's every month you get a new one, and so at least one new one, maybe multiples. And so I take it down because otherwise, if I left like all of the patterns up on Patreon that everyone had gotten, then someone could join like could join tomorrow and could have access to the entire backlog of patterns, which is really unfair to the people who have, since the beginning been supporting me on Patreon and paying like the $5 a month, for one person to be able to, like in March, get all of the patterns back from like November. Like it's just not fair. So it comes down off of Patreon at the end of the month. The new ones go up. So that's how that works. But the fox will be on my website. Honestly, I don't think I've gotten it on Ravelry yet, but I will get it on Ravelry and I will get it on Etsy, so it will be in those places. It only has a time limit on Patreon. So I hope that makes more sense. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Kelly's saying my hands probably wouldn't like to make stuffies. So, Kelly, does that mean that you like it's hard to work with the yarn? Is that what you're talking about? I'm just kind of curious about, curious about what is hard for people when it comes to making stuffed animals. Because I love it, obviously. And so I'm curious as to like what are other people's hang-ups about, like, no, I don't want to, or it's difficult, or I'd rather not. Yeah, so if you guys have any answers to like the reasons why you don't want to make stuffed animals, I'd love to know and see if I can do like anything in my patterns to mitigate those issues. I'd just love to know. That's all. Let's see. Oh, very nice. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasure says I can't stop making shawls. Very nice. Good morning, Lila. I hope you are doing well. Let's see. That's awesome. I love that. I've never actually made a shawl. Maybe someday I will. And Sandy asked, do I have a polar bear? I don't. I have a teddy bear pattern, I have a panda bear pattern, and I have a chubby panda pattern. The chubby panda is free when you join the mailing list. But yeah, I don't have an official polar bear pattern, but I think any of those could be made in white to make it work. Let's see. So Dinah says for her, the biggest thing is sewing them together, especially the head. Okay, very nice. So on a lot of my patterns, I actually have the head and body joined as one, which is, well, actually, I'll segue into that in just a second. Jessica says, I still make it, but it's the stuffing the animal that's hard for me. Interesting. Okay. Sandy is agreeing with like sewing is really challenging. Okay. Teresa says I can't quit making granny squares. That's awesome. I got a request to make a rooster. I have not made one yet, but I believe it is on my master list. I can double check. Awesome. Debbie says my koala is coming along nice. I love it. Mine seems a little large maybe, but it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much. I love all your animals. I wish I could make them all like today. That is awesome. I love it. Our best creation says, they think they have to crochet so tight, they torture their hands. I've told many about your stocking methods and your patterns. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Debbie says, I feel like I overstuff, but I'm afraid to not stuff enough. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Lisa says, hi everyone, joining in really late, but oh my gosh, the chubby horse is amazing. Thank you. Good morning, Lisa. Let's see, where is the chubby horse? I just have this like pile of amigurumi over here. These poor guys. Yeah, here it is. Anyway, yeah, so on my patterns, you actually don't have to crochet super tight, because I do use the where you stuff into a nylon. So like I've just got nylons laying around because you stuff the fiber fill into a nylon, which makes it easier, so you don't have to yeah, you don't have to make everything super duper tight. Even some of my patterns are actually like extra loose. Not most of them. I keep most of them a similar gauge, but like the hippo is actually kind of a looser gauge, and so he's like really squishy. And I just saw a request to someone have me hold this up. Yes, this is my rabbit pattern. Here it is. Who was even asking that? Dinah. Here you go. Here it is. And this is one that's, I mean, I use a nylon in all of them, honestly. But this is one of them that when you use a nylon in it, something you have to do is you have to like cut off. Let me show you. You have to cut off like right here and then start stuffing from this part down because this is bigger. And because like the head is so big, if you try and stuff directly into the toe, you get like super elongated because it won't stretch out far enough, if that makes sense. So little tips and tricks. So yeah. Let me see. Thank you all for answering that question. That's really helpful for me. Oh yeah, I was going to segue into something, which I think Barbie might be implying here. Then ask, what's the blue on the feet, ears, and hands? So this is fleece. This is one of the things that I really like doing in my patterns because I like the mixed media look. So quite a few of my patterns have fleece. So like the fox here also has fleece in the ears, the hands, the feet. If you look at the chubby, not the chubby panda, but just the panda back here, you can see he has fleece feet. And the eye surrounds are fleece and the hands are fleece as well. So I like it. I know that not everyone does. So I do have a cheat sheet on my website under the frequently asked questions that kind of helps replacing the fleece with yarn. But I really like the fleece. It makes me very happy. Thank you, Virgie. Welcome. How are you doing? Let's see. Sandy says she is ready with felt for the bunny pattern. That is awesome. Apparently we need to say Dina, not Dinah. Sorry on that, Dina. Thank you, Heather. Okay, very nice. Okay, so Dina's asking, do you sew it on with regular sewing thread? No. So what I do is I take the fleece. I don't have an example right handy, but I take the fleece and I cut it out. There's a cutout pattern portion on the pattern, and then you just snip little tiny holes in it, which is also marked on the pattern, so you can see that all. And then you crochet directly into the fleece. That way it's all kind of seamless and you don't have to worry about sewing afterward. So yeah, that's how that works. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to work into this. Someone said that sewing the heads on is the hardest part. And so often, because I agree that is a challenge, so often my bodies and heads are all one piece, you know, so like on the fox, the body and the head are all made together. You start crocheting here at the very bottom, you finish here at the top, and it's just two shapes built right on top of each other. And so this is what I told you guys I was going to start working on a baby monkey, and this is rough draft. So honestly, I'm not very pleased with it. I think it looks a little bit angry. But this is what I've been working on in my other time. So yeah. So you can see here, like this is all one shape. Once again, starting at the very bottom, working up to the neck. And how I get the neck to be this defined is I do a row of slip stitches, which makes it really tight. And then I start increasing out from there and then going up. So this is all one piece. And like right now, it's a little bit floppy here on the head. But once I get the arms attached there, it becomes a lot more stabilized. Like it is still kind of floppy. You know, going back to the fox, because this, you know, like it is still floppy, but it's less so once you have the arms there. And I don't know, I kind of like the floppy, like baby-like nature of them, you know, like they're not in control of their neck and their limbs, and they're just so stinking cuddly. You know, so that's, you know, this one is going to be very similar to like the fox as far as shaping goes. I mean, as far as assembly goes, you know, so you've got the body and head all in piece, and then, you know, you'll do arms and legs and ears. Obviously, they will look different on this guy than they do on this guy, because this is a fox and this is going to be monkey. So the tail definitely won't look like this. And one thing I have been thinking about since I made the koala, I'll just pull it up, our Samuel Louis Koala. This is the first time I ever made like fingers. And so I'm thinking I want to try making fingers for the monkey as well. So we'll see how that goes. Because it's obviously a lot smaller than the koala. So it might be more of a challenge to get all of the fingers on there, and then maybe some toes. So that is what I'm working on, at least that's my thought. Let's see, checking in to see what you guys have said. All right, thank you for having my back, Cynthia, on the questions. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. I'm glad you guys are liking the monkey. Oh, you're so sweet, Kelly. I really hope that working with this wouldn't make your hands hate you. Because I don't know. I think the yarn is relatively like forgiving. I've worked with other yarns that hurt my hands afterward. But anyway, so I'm sorry, I digress, which I'm really good at doing. So talking about this, the things I don't like. So at this point, like I like the body shape. Honestly, on this one, I use the exact same body as the fox, because I like the shaping. I like how once you have the arms next to it, it doesn't look like it's too skinny. When it's by itself, it kind of looks like a pear, a little odd maybe. So I copied the body exactly from the fox and then went a different direction when I got to the head. But things I don't like, I feel like the color change is too high. I feel like it needs to be at least one row lower. And I think it might need a little like widow's peak to make it look a little bit more monkey-like. And I don't know what, like this, I guess the way that the eyes got sewn on, I feel like he looks angry. Like there's just something about this angle here that's like, looks really grumpy. And so I'm probably going to try again on this one. What I haven't decided is if I'll make another one completely, start from the bottom up, or if I will just tear this one down back to the neck and try again. Because that works too, and I don't want to waste yarn. But then again, I do have an arrangement with some of my friends where they buy my rejects, if that makes any sense. And they give them to the kids that they foster. So, so if I don't end up tearing this one out and making it exactly how I want it, I can still always give it to them. So that is where we are. And Debbie says, wow, you stay busy for us. Thank you. You're welcome, Debbie. I really like it. And I really like feeling like I'm adding some cute things to the world, if that makes sense. I like the feeling of being like, here's something cute for the world to have. Anyway, which is why this needs a little bit of reworking, because I don't think it's that cute yet. It has got a ways to go. Barbie says she thinks it looks good, but it needs a smile. With a smile. Teresa asks, do I have a sloth? Not yet, but I will talk to you guys about that in just a second, because that's kind of been on my mind. Our best creation says, I did tighten my fox head a little, didn't like it, too floppy. And that makes sense. You can absolutely do that. Sandy says, will the monkey have a brow ridge? I'm assuming that means like the widow's peak look. And yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to change it to look like that. Cynthia says they aren't rejects, they're prototypes. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you're right. But I do feel like my shelves get a little bit cluttered sometimes with the prototypes. So like I actually have a stack over here of of ones that I'm going to probably be sending off soon, because I'm getting too cluttered. So like this deer, right? Because it's not the official pattern. It was a different one. And so like it's kind of wonky and the color change rows are off. So like that one's gonna go. The chubby hippo, Lovey. I lost at Yarn Chicken on this one as well. And so I just barely finished it off yesterday, but it is a different color on the border. And I need to weave in the ends. So like that one's probably gonna go. And this is the first fox, and it's super floppy. And the arms and legs are smaller, and the head is smaller on this one. So this one's probably gonna go. And this one's actually what is holding up the shipment, because I want to figure out this pattern before I send it off. This is the hedgehog, but kind of looks more like a porcupine because it's a little bit too long. I have got too many rows in here in between the feet, and the loop stitches are too big. So I need to, honestly, it should be a simple one to like finish and fix. I just haven't yet. But once I get this one being just a hedgehog, not this porcupine hedgehog mix, then I will send these off. I would also send this one because it's a prototype. But I made this one in this colorway specifically for my daughter because she loves Spirit, from I think it's a DreamWorks movie about a horse from the Cimarron, something like that. And so she absolutely loves it. And so she calls my bigger unicorn hobby horse Spirit. And so this is like the Spirit baby. So this one, can actually sleep with her, because she will take her unicorn hobby horse into bed with her. And she's like, no, it's sleeping with me. I don't think this is a great idea. So yes, that is my, I don't know, my rampage, my thought. I don't know. Kelly says she likes the floppy. Very nice. And Dakota's saying the widow's peak will add to it, and the ears will be cute. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking widow's peak will help ears. I'm curious to see how the hands work out. I think it'll be fun though. Debbie says a banana in his hand would be cool. That'd be cute. I agree with that. So Dina's asking what's my favorite yarn to use. So I use like Bernat blanket yarn, the gauge 6, in almost all of these. So I mean, if you're asking like, do I have a favorite color? I don't know that I do. I have some that I really like. Like I like blush. So if you look at the unicorn hobby horse right here, like I really like that blush color. I love their light and dark gray, which I don't even know if I have anything made in it right now. Oh, I do. Where's the donkey? You guys, I'm losing my mind. I have no idea where my donkey is. Anyway, it's made out of light and dark gray. Oh, there he is, underneath the fox levy. You know, so these are some of my favorite colors. Yeah, and then like almond and taupe, which is, you know, what the deer is made back behind, what this is made out of. Like, I really like these colors. This is almond here, and then the back is taupe. So I'd say those are my favorite colors, if you're asking. Let's see. Let's see. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasure says, those kids are going to love those rejects. I hope so. Dina says, the hedgehog is cute. Thank you. Kelly is saying, if you donate the ones you're getting rid of, any kid would love them. Yeah. Sandy says, it's a porcupine. Exactly. That's what it is. It's, yeah, it needs a little bit of help, but like it's one of those projects like it really won't take me very long to finish, and I just haven't yet. But this year I am trying to be better about like getting things done that were like that I started last year and didn't finish, you know, which is why this year I've been, you know, putting out like the chubby cow and the chubby donkey and the chubby goat. Like those were last year's patterns that I just hadn't finished up yet. So I am trying to do that. Trying to work on that. Let's see. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasure says, in real life, nothing is perfect. LOL, we all have flaws. Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true. Donna says she loves the horse. Thank you. Erica says, hello, Valerie. Love the chubby horse. And was that a sloth? I know it wasn't a sloth. I am assuming you're talking about the baby monkey WIP because it's definitely a work in progress. It is not a sloth. But I am thinking very much about doing one. Our best says Spirit was what I thought when I saw him. That is perfect. Virgie says she loves the horse. The original Spirit movie was awesome. I think I've only seen it once. But yeah, I think I remember enjoying it. And she says, thank you for taking care to pronounce our names. Thank you. I'm trying. I know I'm not perfect, but I do try. Thank you very, very much. So I've mentioned twice now that we're going to talk about a sloth. So because I've been trying to work through patterns I started last year, a lot of the things I had started were little projects. Like, you know, I started the chubby series, and so I've got a lot of these little chubby patterns that I'm trying to get done. But I feel like I need to make something big again. Like I made the koala, which he's in a pile under here. You know, I made the koala recently and he was big, which was awesome. But I want to make another big one. And so I've been trying to decide what big one I should do. Because I've got a million things I want to do, you guys. A million, I tell you. But I've been thinking about maybe trying to do a sloth, doing a big sloth, something kind of, I mean, probably roughly these same dimensions. I mean, the pattern's going to be different because this is a koala. It's not a sloth. But that has been on my mind. And so I'm curious as to I don't know. I'm curious as to what you guys would want if it was a big pattern. Like, should I skip baby monkey and just do big monkey? Or should I keep baby monkey and do a sloth? I need to look again at the Patreon page where people have kind of voted on what their favorite ones are. Because, I mean, monkey was definitely high up on there. So I want to get that one done. But yeah, like, what are you guys thinking? Let's see. Teresa says she loves sloth. Dana says, I think you inspired me to try stuffies again. Oh, I want to make your big bunny with the fleece. Wish me luck. I will wish you luck. Good luck. I hope it goes well for you. Let's see. Dina says, I love sloths. So does my 15-year-old son. He's obsessed. Maybe because he acts like one. That's funny. Let's see. Erica says she's working on her koala now. Cynthia saying a big grizzly or black bear. Okay. Teresa's saying yes, a big sloth would be fun. Ooh, Sandy says a rhino or a hippo. Fascinating. Cynthia's saying a lion. Oh yeah, you know what? I did start a lion last year, and then what did I even tear it up? Like, I didn't like it at all, and so I know I tore it apart. I just completely undid the entire thing. I'm trying to remember what I made from it though. I might have made another llama. Teresa says, I will attempt it if you make a big sloth. Okay. Sandy says an elephant. I do have a big elephant, Sandy. It is, yeah, because it's so popular, I'd say, with people that I know, I can't keep one on my shelves. Yeah, but I do. If you go to my website, I have a big elephant, and it's about this size, and it's so cute. I need to make another one just because I love it. But if I'm making old ones, I'm not, making new ones. So there's that. Okay, sloths. All 15-year-olds act like a sloth. Yeah, I could see that too. Erica says, finish the baby monkey because you've worked hard on it. And that is true. Dakota's also saying a sloth would be awesome. I like the baby animal, so baby monkey is perfect. I made a giant sloth out of clay and fake fur, so making one out of yarn would be fun. Interesting. I'd love to see a picture of that if you wanted to like send it to me on Facebook or Instagram or something. That'd be way cool. Cynthia says the mane would look great with all those loop stitches. That's what happened. Heather says, I'm working on your baby bunnies for Easter. Fun. Yes, they do make a pretty good Easter. Where did I throw it by now? I like tear this thing apart because I'm like, oh, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, these do make pretty good Easter gifts, and they work up really fast. This is also a free pattern on my website and Crochet Along. So you can find it there. Yes. You know. Let's see. Very nice. Yeah, good luck, Dina. I hope it goes well for you. That will be fun. Dakota's saying a lion. It would be her favorite. Our best is saying keep going on the baby monkey, and then a big sloth also has a vote. Okay, so I'm missing lots of big sloths. Okay, awesome. Oh, Gretchen says an alligator. Virgie says, do you have a giraffe, a walrus, or an emperor penguin? I don't have any of those yet, Virgie. I'm sorry to say. They are all on the master list. The giraffe is one that, like, I haven't written it down as like a goal, saying like I am going to do that this year, but it is in my mind. It's like I want to get that one done this year, because I just think it would be really fun, and that one would probably be huge. So yeah, that's kind of where I am on those ones. I do want to make a penguin and a walrus. I just haven't yet. Good morning, Sandra. Heather says, how about a wolf? Yes, a wolf would be fun. Cynthia is seconding that. Let's see. Rudy says the giraffe would be tricky. Yes, it certainly will. But I'm excited about kind of the idea. You know, it's one of those, like, it will take quite a while to figure out, but I'm kind of excited about the challenge of it. You know, it could be just fun to see how it will come up and everything. So Dakota says a penguin. Oh no, I can't pick. I love it. Oh, good morning, Silka. It's probably like really late evening where you are. Mwah. Hope you're doing well. All right, got lots of votes for penguins. Eugenia says, hello, Valerie. The last video you showed a chibi, how do you say it? Chibi or chibi llama. Where did my llama go? Oh, it's over here. I don't have a brain today, you guys. I'm sorry. But yes, this is my llama. And they do kind of have I can't say it. Is it if it's chibi or chibi look? At least I think the chubby animals do. I actually almost named them the chibi chubbies, however you say it, because I think they do look kind of like that. But we just went with chubby animals instead. I love Loopy Crochet and Treasure says, do you have a cat? Not yet. I did one last year, but I wasn't really for sure on the pattern. But that is one that's also scheduled for, like, this will be done this year. So my plan is to have it released in October. So I think, nope, to have it released in September. That way I'm a month ahead so people can make a black cat for October if they want to. So yeah, it will come out. It just hasn't yet. And Erica's saying, I did a baby wolf and a baby panda last year. Exactly. So those are ones I need to also get figured out, which I'm not sure. I need to keep better order when I do these things because now I can't. Oh, there it is. So I'm not sure if on the baby wolf, if I would kind of just take this pattern and modify it, you know, give it some markings around the eyes, and, you know, use wolf colors, or whether I would do something on 4 legs and make it a wolf like that. So kind of Darcy Deer style, make a wolf. I'm not sure. Because yeah, I did do a wolf lovey last year, which would be very much like the fox lovey. Honestly, almost exactly, other than the eye markings. Those would need to happen. But other than that, they're basically the same pattern. You know, so that's that. But then the baby panda, I haven't even really thought about in a while. So I need to do that one too. You're absolutely right, Erica. Oh, Eugenia says, yes, a chubby llama. Yes. Erica says she has 2 black cats. Awesome. And Cynthia's saying a Darcy Deer style would be great for the wolf. Yeah, you know, so it's just fun things to play around with. Of course, if it was a wolf lovey, it would need arms, not that, you know, like Darcy Deer legs. But I know how to do that. We can certainly make that. So, and Dina has 2 black cats as well. That's awesome. Very nice. Kelly says, have to go eat. Have a great weekend. Happy leap year. Sending loves and hugs. Love you, Kelly. See you later. Erica says she's loving my 50s, 60s hairdo. Thanks. You know, for the first time in forever, I did my hair. All right. Oh, yes. I agree with Heather's statement here. Not enough hours in the day, so many great ideas. I absolutely, absolutely agree with that. Thank you, Carol, for loving my creations. So yeah, this is, yeah, I'd say this is kind of where we are this week. Moving forward, I'll go ahead and finish this up, figure out the pattern, and then I'll probably start on a big sloth because I need another big amigurumi in my life. I love these little ones, but they fulfill different purposes. Like these are really fun for like, ooh, I want to make something and have it done quick and have a cute thing. But and like for a little kid, they're maybe good to snuggle. But like the big ones, these ones are like, great big hug. They're good for the soul. So I think I need to make some more of these ones. So yeah, going forward this next week, gonna work on the baby monkey. And I'm gonna see if I'm able to finish up the horse pattern and send it off to testers as well. Kind of work out the last few kinks that are in it. Because I mean it's the legs are the big thing, but then there's some other subtle changes that I'm thinking of making that I'm not very happy with. So we'll see. Still have a lot going on in life and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Carol's also suggesting a walrus. That would be fun. It'll happen one of these days. Charlie Bean says, good afternoon. What hook do you use for your creations? I use an 8mm hook, but that's just based on like my gauge. So there are other, this is my hook. It's a Yarnology 8mm. But there are other people who make my patterns regularly. Silka's here in the chat, and she uses a 7mm. And that's how she reaches gauge for all of the patterns. I think, what is her name? There we go. Kim at Blue Cherub Crochet. She almost always uses like a 6.5. So it just depends on what you need to meet gauge. And Erica says, did you have a lovely time at your sister's house? I sure did. It was really good. I got to ride over with my brother and his family, and we took the scenic route, and it was really fun. It was a lot of fun. Rachel and I went, and so she got to hang out with her cousins, and we just kind of went exploring and then visited my sister and had a lovely time playing games, hanging out. It was good. It was really good. So anyway, we have been on here for almost an hour. My goodness, folks. Thank you all for chatting with me today and for being a part of this, live vlog. Fun things hopefully coming next week. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot. You guys, I've been holding this guy in my lap and I haven't been telling you. So as you guys know, we might make it to a full hour here just because there's so much to say. So as you guys know, the Samuel Louis Koala Pattern, which is this one here, the first 3 months of pattern sales are going to be donated to Wires, the wildlife rescue organization in Australia, to help with all of the animals not all of them, to help with the animals who have been suffering from the bushfires. And so I wanted to tell you guys before we go, because this is the last day of the month. I mean, there can still be some more sales coming through, potentially before the end of the day. But in the first month of its pattern release, it has made $616. Yay! Applause everywhere. Clap, 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 clap. So that is all you guys. That's all you guys buying the pattern, sharing it out with friends, telling the world about it. And so thank you all so much for doing that. So that will be donated probably March 2nd, because I don't do business on Sunday. So probably March 2nd is when I'll actually be able to, get the official count on, if there are any other patterns sold by the end of today, and donate it. And then, yeah, I'll be able to do that just as a via PayPal to wires. And so it's just so exciting. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being a part of it, for all of your, pattern buying. It's just fantastic. So thank you. I couldn't done this. I couldn't have done this without you guys at all. And so thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And at the end of March and at the end of April, once again, I'll tell you guys how much we made during those months. I suppose that this month is going to be the biggest, because we've had, the build up and the launch, and you guys were all waiting for it and everything. So I do think that this month will probably be the biggest, but these next 2 months we're going to do the same thing, and I just have to say thank you to everyone. Yep. So now we can go, now that now that we've actually talked about that. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Goodbye, Erica. Goodbye, Silka and Virgie and Dakota. Thank you all for being part of this. Thank you, Heather and Carol and Dina. Have fun at hockey. And Cynthia and Sandra. And I love Loopy Crochet and Treasures. Bye. Goodbye, Donna and Our Best and Erica and Shannon and Debbie. Goodbye, Emily. Bye, Shally and Dakota and Teresa. You guys are great. I really, really appreciate it. Have a lovely week, and we will talk tomorrow.